All right, folks, here we go. Nice little 2-case break. For the people, go ahead and have both cases displayed on screen at once. Make it super fun. Hopefully everybody's having a good weekend. You all are well. Top spine. If you're looking for the base Devin Booker 101, you will not find it here because we did that last night. Y'all ready for the playoffs? Or are we locked into the NCAA tournament for now? Bear down. Alright. There it is. All boxes on display. So you see everything right there in front of you. Alright, y'all know the drill. Put the name of the player you have in the break or in the chat. We will send that request up to the card gods. If your cardma is high, they will take care of you. That's the way it works. CGs is a real thing. We pulled this is wrestling related, but we pulled a Hulk Hogan 101 auto a couple nights ago because somebody requested it. Just saying, it's how things work around here. We got that direct line with the CGs. Hashtag CGE, Card Gods Energy. Here we go. We got Yang Hansen, Diego Zimmons, Ace Auto, Mr. Zero Fears. I got y'all. Playoffs will be awesome this year. Shout out to Cade, man. Shout out to Cade. The Pistons are pretty much a done deal at this point. Because, you know, got to have Cade Cunningham out there. And that young man has a collapsed lung, I believe. So, get well soon on some, like, real-life basketball stuff. Not so much our real-life health stuff, not basketball stuff. 36 out of 150. Browdy or Russell Westbrook. No, Duran is nice, but I mean, Cade kind of, that is the offense. That is how that whole thing runs. Come on, Maluak, VJ Edgecombe, Nick Claxton, Jalen Brunson, 95 out of 150. There's Kasparis Yakionis playing good ball over Miami. Elijah Martin, baseline auto. There we go. There's Scooter Baker. Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, 294 out of 350. Arrivals of our guy VJ. Nice little X factor of Double K, Con Knipple. I need him to hit 300 threes. It's a little dicey. But I need him to get to that 300 3-pointers mark. Might be a little difficult to do. I would love for that to happen, though. As a rookie, I mean, he has a rookie record already, so I mean, we already in the history books. But as a rookie, to land one of the top 10 single season 3-point performances in history, that'd be pretty fire. And still will finish second in rookie of the year voting because Cooper Flag is indeed like that. Who y'all got taking the title this year? Are we gonna get a repeat out of OKC? Is Boston back in the mix now that Tatum's there and Detroit is, you know, pretty much out? We got NYC. That's a bold. That's bold. Spurs. I think they got outside shot. I think the Spurs have an outside shot. Wemby in a slowed down playoff half court setting defensively that's frightening. Noah Essengay, Ace Bailey, Nolan Traore, Yegor Jimin. Brandon Miller's having a great year. A muse of Lawrence Joseph Bird. First, Rasheer Fleming's 29 out of 99. That's another hooper they got out in Phoenix. Kaman hasn't got his minutes yet, but Rasheer's pretty good. We got a rare Ray Allen, DeJounte Murray, Kyrie swerving 97 out of 250. First is Joan Behringer, Colin Murray Boyles, hooper over in Toronto. There's Yegor Thomas Sorber, collector Sorber cards now because he's getting minutes next year. A muse of Allen Iverson, followed by an autograph, and that's not a bad one to have. 97 out of 99, Mr. Derek Queen. It's good stuff. That is good stuff. A little DQ action. You got the Nugs. It's not a bad pick. It's not a bad pick. It's not a bad pick. Jokic is still Jokic. Jokic is still Jokic. And he's a problem. So that makes all the sense in the world. Maryland. Where's Derek rank amongst Terrapins? Like, is he higher than Joe Smith? Is he higher than Stevie Franchise? Higher than Luther Head? Where do you put Derek Queen on the Maryland list? Hoping for some shot color. About 6. All right. I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that. He had a great freshman year, but yeah. Back when they had guys going to school for more than 2 weeks, Joe Smith was a dog. Stevie Franchise was something completely different. Blueprint for the scoring PG we see today. Stevie Franchise, Steph Marbury, head of their time. Noah Essengay, Ace Bailey, Nolan Traore. Apparently those three like to hang out in these packs. Nas Reed, Chet, 98 out of 99, Chet Holmgren, Ben Suraf, X Factor of Sion James, Tyler Hero, Maxine Renault, Shea on the finishers, Quentin Post, little QP action on the auto. This one is 41 out of 99. Yegor Jimin, Thomas Sorber, Derek Queen on the X Factor, Cedric Howard, 308 out of 350. Another hooper. Grant Hill, one of my faves. Nice autograph, old school style, Dan Issel. And our guy Dilly Leon Harper. Cover boy. On the rare. Dan Issel. Was not on the bingo card tonight. The Dan Issel auto was not on the bingo card tonight. But we'll take it though. Remember when Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama was a conversation in terms of who was better? You remember that? You guys remember that? Long time ago. Quiet and a deep arrow. Couple LA boys, huh? Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, KD action, followed by Laurie Markkinen on the rare refractor. Colin Murray Boyles, Ace Bailey on the first, Nick Clifford, Kamon Mollywood, VJ Edgecombe, a lot of rookies there. Shaden Sharp on the rare, Jimmy Butler, get well soon. Joan Behringer, 205 out of 250, a muse of Dwight Howard. He just retired earlier this week. Jeremiah Fears on the arrivals, a Duke Thiero on the base. Rare LeBron James, the beard, Zachary Risache. Nice jersey match right there, 10 out of 50. And on a first refractor, Con Knipple. That's a nice little case hit of our guy, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And an uncommon SGA. This is the second one of these we pulled. Will Joan be any good? In time, like he still needs to develop. He's got to develop. He has to develop. There's talent there, but he has to develop. And the problem is, on a team he's on, you kind of have to develop on your own. You know, like you have to force your way onto the court, so to speak, because Minnesota is going to be a team that is always in contention. So Joan can get on the court. He can, you know, earn him some minutes, but he's going to have to like force his way onto the floor. He's going to have to do something to move Nas out the way, to move Rudy out the way. That's how he gets on the floor. Same thing with if you look at Niederhauser over in LA, right? Now, obviously the Clippers aren't playing for the same thing that the Timberwolves were because they weren't really in contention for anything, and they were looking to do a fire sale anyway. But Yannick Conan Niederhauser kind of pushed his way into the rotation, which made it okay to get Zubac out of there. So there's definitely talent there. But again, when you're playing for a contender, you got to push your way into the rotation. To collect in this class, Thomas Sorber. He's not known right now just because he's been hurt. But when he gets time next year, he's replacing Isaiah Hartenstein over in OKC, so they don't have to pay him. Check on a rare, followed by the Scooter Baker, 42 out of 50. Scoot Henderson. Joel Embiid, Rip Hamilton, Micah Peavy. Will Riley's another one. He's played really good ball. Carter Bryant, by request, 178 out of 350. That's another one to keep an eye on. He's going to be very good once his minutes comes in. And that's a good example of it, too. Like, Carter's done enough to force his way into the rotation. 171 out of 200, Darius Garland, Julius Randle, T-Mac, Paul Pierce, The Truth, TROOF, and Jalen Suggs. Thomas Sorber, Oklahoma City Thunder center. He's a rookie this year. He got hurt preseason. It's out for the year, but he's the replacement for Isaiah Hartenstein. Yeah, Sorber's good. Sorber's a baller. He's not exactly what Isaiah does, but he does a lot of the dirty work stuff. He plays with an edge. Good defender. He's not the passer that Zay is, but it's not too many bigs that pass like Zay anyway. But he's going to rebound. He's going to set picks. He's going to do dirty work stuff. He's going to fit in that defensive rotation just fine. So Sorber's a good guy. He's a good one. He's a good one to keep tabs on. And again, you know, he's playing for a contender. He's only really got to be a role play, dirty work guy. He'll be able to do that just fine. He's still young. He can develop. You got him and Chet next to each other going forward. And OKC doesn't have to pay Hartenstein. So Sorber's going to get an opportunity just so they can save some money. Like OKC's foundation, there's Steph Castle, Derek Queen on the first. OKC's foundation is SGA, J-Dub, and Chet. Anything outside of that are expendable pieces. So if they don't have to pay him, they don't have to pay him. Nolan Traore, 15 out of 99 on the first. He's cooking up. I had high hopes for that young man. He's starting to kind of put it together. Colin Murray Boyles, 32 out of 150. He's been solid pretty much all year. Joel Embiid on a rare refractor. Traore again. Kamon Mollywood, When the minutes start rolling in, this kid's going to be good. Nice auto to have. Jeremiah Fears. Walter Clayton Jr. Carter Bryant. Zero Fears again. Jason Tatum. 71 out of 250 on the JT. Jaren Jackson Refractor. Carter Bryant. That's nice. Jesus Shuttlesworth. 7 out of 25. Ray Allen on the auto. And Bronny James, who leads his South Bay Lakers to an undefeated record anytime he's on the floor. Just a little fun little nugget to put out there for the people. Nice little Ray Allen right here, though. This is if you guys watch any college basketball, that's who Darren Peterson is probably gonna be in. Ray Allen with some playmaking and what should be a more consistent defender. But that's what Darren looks like right now. If you watch Young Ray, if you watch like Milwaukee Ray, Seattle Ray, that guy, that's who Darren Peterson's gonna be. Yeah, I heard it here first. This Kobe Bryant stuff's gotta stop. He ain't that. Let's calm down. He's Ray Allen. He's Young Ray. No, that's next year. He's in Kansas right now. He will be a rookie next year, probably #1 pick. Now that AJ's out in the first round, so we don't get to see him as much. But Darren Peterson is going to be in next year's class. Next year's class is a really, really good class. My favorite rookie. Oh, Sorber, yeah, he is. He is. He's in this year. My favorite rookie this year. Probably Coop. But I mean, I've been following Coop for a while, so that makes sense. Con Knipple on a rare. It's a good one. SGA 136 out of 200. O Triple J. Finishers of Victor Wembanyama. A first of Elijah Martin. Jace Richardson, get well soon. There's Hillbilly Mamba. Alperen Sengun, 19 out of 20. Kai Irving, Vince Carter. There's Thomas Sorber right there. A nice first for him on an X Factor. Liam McNeely. Colin Murray Bulls on a rare. 229 out of 250 on the SGA. Draymond, McNeely, Sorber again on the arrivals, and Tyrese Halliburton. See what the Pacers look like next year when he's back, and whatever top fiver they get. Well, I can't use words right now. I don't know. Who's better than Flag? You, Matt VJ, you think he's better than Flag? You think Khan's better than Flag? Who's better than Flag? Khan? He's better at certain stuff for sure. I don't know if I'd call him an overall better player, but he's definitely a better shooter. Definitely a better shooter. I don't know if he's a better playmaker. He's definitely not a better defender. And he's not a better isolation scorer right now. In time, you think Khan will be better, or you think in time the separation for Coop will start to show? I think with Khan's game, all we need to see at this point is what adjustments he makes to getting chased off the line next year. Because teams are going to have to chase him off the line. And if he can make passes off the attack and closeouts, then we're good. We're good. Cock blocker, Ryan Cockburner. There's Chet Holmgren, Larry Bird, Trey Johnson. He's going to have a breakout next year. 5 out of 75 on the first. We like Trey. Trey's a shooter. Hell of a shooter. Nick Claxton, 3 out of 350. Naz Reid, Joan Behringer. Asa Newell, don't sleep. Don't sleep. Young man's good. Not really seeing a ton of minutes because Jalen Johnson is like that. But Asa's a good player. Thomas Sorber. Dirk Nowitzki, 5/75. Got a silver Brad Bill. First, Chaz Lanier, and an autograph behind him that belongs to Anthony Black and Jameer Watkins. Another one of the whiz kids who's playing decent ball right now. Rashard Flemings, what about him? Are you requesting Rashard Flemings? I think we pulled a numbered for him earlier, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure we did. But if you're throwing him out there as a sleeper, yeah, he definitely fits that as well. Rashard is one of the better young defenders in the league. Oh, that's a die cut as well on the tray. That's fire. With the stars die cut, that's fire. That's super fire. I like that one a lot. My guy, Trey Johnson. Very good player over Washington. I hope Cam Boozer goes to Washington. Yeah, the Wiz next year should be good. The Wiz should be good. Utah should be much improved as well. If I'd like for Cam Boozer to land in Washington. And I'd like for this won't ever happen, obviously, because they're putting too much money into both of those players. But I'd like for Cam to end up being a Wizard. I'd like for Trae Young to get the John Wall Rockets treatment, to where he just on the roster, we don't really do nothing with him, and just let them boys develop. Yeah, it's a 2-caser. So I'll open up both cases here. All the boxes for both cases are on the table. So we're doing all of these. Everything ships. Base ships, hits ship. Everything goes. I don't expect AD to be healthy for a whole year, so I think Cam will get plenty of minutes. Alex Sarr can cover him in terms of being a rim protector that Cam's probably not going to be. Cam's a great passer, so he can be connective in that way. Keyshawn George is really good. Trey Johnson is going to make a leap next year. There's Cooper Flag on the first. And Cooper Flag on the arrival. And this one is numbered 4/25. Cooper Flag on the arrivals. It's a nice hit. I like Trey Johnson. There's a rare J-Dub. Carter Bryant. Reed Shepard, 194/250. Will Riley is good. Thomas Sorver. Bub Carrington is also a solid player over there. Like, Washington has talent. And I think placing a Cam Boozer as like an offensive hub to use a la Kevin Love. Oh, by the way, this was by request. Like I said, the CGs, listen. It's a real thing. You put it in the chat, we make it happen. Ace Bailey on the auto. Y'all think I be playing when I say these things, man. Ace is figuring some stuff out. He's understanding what it means to be a professional bucket in the league, and he is going to probably take a pretty good leap next year. I think he's going to take a nice leap next year. We'll see who they end up drafting to place in that lineup. But Utah's got some pieces. They definitely have some pieces. So we'll see what happens. I think Triple J was a good pickup. I like that front line of Jackson, Kessler, and Laurie playing the 3, Ace playing the 2, and Keontae playing the 1. You have nobody in that lineup under 6'3", all with long arms. And they should be a solid defensive team, if nothing else. As long as we don't do some miss rotations, they should be a solid defensive team. Keontae being the weak link, obviously, but Ace has tools, so he should be effective in that way. And they should be able to make some things happen over there. A rare Devin Booker, LaMelo Ball, Derek Queen is back. 161/350. Second, Derek Queen hit. Zion James, Carmelo Anthony on the Muse, Bronny, Casper, Shaka Jonas. Somebody asked earlier if I thought Braun was washed. It ain't gonna be much longer. Carter Bryant on the X Factor. Luka Doncic. 226 out of 250. Cedric Howard. Duncan Robinson on the auto. This one is 60 out of 99. Walter Clayton Jr. Laurie Markkinen, 23 out of 25. Jersey match. Very nice. Very nice hit. Giannis on the finishers, followed by an X Factor of VJ Edgecombe on the finishers. And the very underrated Donovan Spider Mitchell. What do I think of Maxime Renault? Really good player. Really good player. Really, really solid. Really solid young player. I like him a lot. Could rebound a little bit better. Probably needs to figure a few things out defensively in terms of timing and when he can be aggressive, when he can be physical. But I like him a lot. I think his game is very, very nice. Smart player. He's active. Good hands. Bam? I mean, I've always liked Bam. I mean, the 83 thing is whatever, but I've always liked Bam. Miami needs him to be a more aggressive scorer. So if that's what it took to like open that up for him and make him a little more confident in his ability to do it, then I'm all for it. Because Miami needs that. They need kind of like a go-to. Tyler Hero doesn't stay healthy enough. They're not using Disperse in that way, which is understandable. He's a rookie, and that might not be what they need him to do in that system. But what Miami needs to do, get Jaime in the mid-range. Let Bam do some things from the 4. Some playmaking. Have him take some more jumpers, like work some mid-post stuff for him. And have him just isolate out of there. And then what they also need to do, and they need to do this immediately before they lose this kid, get Khalil Ware involved in the offense some kind of way. That kid is way too talented to not play a bigger role in that offense, especially for a team that needs that offense. Jared McCain, Trae Young, 66 out of 150, Alex Sarr, VJ Edgecombe, Carmelo Anthony. Like, I understand Miami plays a really, and that's the other thing. Miami plays such a high pace. I think are they still like the highest pace in the league? 90 out of 99, Mark Williams, Con Knipple, AI, Yannick Conan Niederhauser on the arrivals. But for that, they need to get Khalil out in transition and utilize him that way because he's really effective that way. Cedric Howard, 23 out of 25, nice jersey match. Colin Murray Boyles, Archionis, Trior, and our guy Bub. Need to find a way to start Collier. Maybe. The problem is if you play Keontae off ball and have him start at the 2 and Collier at the 1, you're losing. Like, the defense is really, really bad out of Keontae. Really, really bad. And you're losing some height in the lineup. I like Collier's ability to be a 1, but also command the second unit as like the primary everything. So he kind of makes life easier for that second unit. I know Collier 6'4", Keontae 6'3". That's a shorter backcourt nowadays. Especially if you have a 6'7", 6'7" to 6'8" option that you can play at the 2. You kind of want taller players. Now, if anybody can get away with it, next year it should be the Jazz to be able to play a smaller backcourt just because the front line is 3 7-footers. So they should be able to get away with it. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess it'd be worth a shot. Need to see a Jalen Tyson auto. Shout out to JT. Definitely better than expected. Yang Hansen, Victor Wembanyama on the X Factor, Nick Claxton, Spider Mitchell on the Muse, Grant Hill, 146 out of 150. If y'all don't know nothing about Grant Hill, man, problem. He's a problem. Walter Clayton, 279 out of 350. Tyler Hero. Jonathan Stockton. Jameer Watkins. Nice rookie auto there. Jameer's a hooper. He can play. Cedric Coward. Joan Behringer. Come aboard. 20 out of 99. Dylan Harper. TSJ on a refractor. Come on, Mollywalk on a first. And a nice auto of Tyler Hero. 16 out of 99. Kids are getting taller and taller. I don't know what that. yeah. It's pretty crazy. But Utah is probably a team that can kind of get away with some of that too, in retrospect, just because like Cody Williams is figuring stuff out too. That's another 6'10" wing, maybe 4 that they can play. So they can put some protection around a smaller backcourt for sure. We'll see what they land in the draft and who they go after. You've been watching March Madness. It is crazy. It's insane, which it typically is, but like, this is crazy. BYU's already home. Didn't see that coming. Duke had a scare in the first round. Need to get it together. There's going to be a couple kids. I think Darius Acuff continues to fly up the charts with a good tourney performance. I think he's starting to get PG1 type of love right now. It was Rasheer Fleming. That's kind of fallen off. But if Acuff can cement himself as PG1 in this draft class, pretty impressive. Be pretty impressive. Nice box. Duke lit it up today, as they should. They need to wake up. They needed to wake up. Cam needs to leave there with a national. He needs to leave there with a natty. He needs to put a natty on a jacket on the way out the door. That's what he's got to do. VJ Edgecombe, especially since they didn't get it done last year. T-Mac on a rare. Malik Monk, 74 out of 200. De'Aaron Fox. Rasheer Fleming on a first. Zero Fears on a refractor first. First, come on. Shaden Sharp, 29 out of 99. Tremetrius, Essengay, Ant-Man. There's our guy, Coop. We got Jonas. We got Tremetrius on the rare. Tyrese Proctor, 153 out of 250. Kawhi Leonard. First, to Carter Bryant, non-numbered. Ace Bailey on the arrivals. And the answer, Mr. Allen Iverson. No, not yet. Not yet. No Duran yet. Is he MIP this year? What say the people? Is Duran MIP? Is Keontae MIP? Who's you guys' most improved? Is it Ryan Rollins out of Milwaukee? What say the people? Ty Hero, LaMelo on the X Factor, Jordan Clarkson, Drake Powell on the arrivals, followed by Muse of Rip Hamilton. 6 out of 99. You got Jalen Johnson, VJ Edgecombe, Cedric Coward, Behringer, Alex Sarr, 36 out of 49. He's having a good year despite the 83 from Bam. Look at that. Say his name and he appears. We believe in Khalil Ware. 79 out of 99. Khalil Ware on auto. Wemby, Mark Williams. Thought it might have been Khan. 41 out of 75. There's a Roblox Collier. Shaq Diesel on the Muse. And an autograph. Ferg Dog. Aussie Air. Johnny Furpy. I thought he'd get more minutes this year. Since the Pacers was going to be garbage. But Wasn't the case. They left my man on the sideline. No fur dog. But again, gotta earn your minutes. Gotta force your way onto the floor. So he obviously wasn't doing something. Alex Hard's a big part of that Whiz Kid collective. I like Sar's game. Trying to think. Jalen Johnson, I'd like for him to get MIP, but he looked similar to this last year, so I don't know if they'd give it to him. Derek Queen, Tyler Hero on a rare. Jameer Watkins, non-numbered. OG Anunoby. Where's this one? Cam Jones, picking it up. First there. Derek Queen on the arrivals. Noah Penda. What's stuck behind Jules? Trey Johnson, there we go. 17 out of 250. Nice Trey. IQ. There's a nice X Factor or Coupe on the finishers. Niederhauser. James Harden. B. Miller. 313 out of 350. There's Trey. First of Walter Clayton. Anthony Edwards and Asa Newell. It depends on who you watching, bro. Shaden Sharp is trying to take lives when he dumps the basketball. So I wouldn't apply that to all the youth. That kid different. Shaden a problem. Yeah, I like Shaden a lot too. I'm glad he's finally take a little bit of the leap I've been expecting from him for a couple years now. Like Shaden should easily be a 20 to 25 a night guy. Peyton Pritchard, Idris, Walter Clayton, Carmelo Anthony, 23 out of 99 on the Muse. There's the cock blocker. Jeremiah Fears. RJ Barrett. Look at Rowan Jr. over there. Nice little jersey match. 9 out of 25. J Kidd. By request. 9 out of 10. Noah Essingay on a rookie auto. I'm telling you, bro. The CGs be listening. If your card must high, they take care of you. Con Knipple. Chet Holmgren. Derek White. 106 out of 200. Con on the refractor. Ray Allen on the Muse. Cam Whitmore on the auto. And Ace Bailey. Noah Essingay, due to the size of his cranium, always looks like he's photoshopped into the picture. Just my assessment of the card. I haven't seen a Noah Essingay card where it didn't look like his body was green screened and his head was just placed in the photo somehow, some way. But that's just me though. That's fair. He was hurt. Zach Edey's a good one too. Zach, when he's healthy, is a problem. That dude is an issue on the court when he's healthy. I like Edie a lot. When Memphis gets Ja out of there and they can start over, Edie's part of the foundation. Coward's part of the foundation. Jalen Wells should be. Yeah, he's slow, but I mean, you can find ways around that. I'm pretty sure. They've drafted very well. They usually do. That's no surprise there. That him adding range, yeah. Klingon adding range has been a pleasant surprise. I'm glad he's added that to his game. Donovan looks he's a problem. He's dope. I thought his job would be in jeopardy because Yang Hansen was going to perform better than he has this year. He's been lost on the floor, and Kling Kong has been a monster out there. Javon Small 10 on the ladder, yeah. Just get whatever value you can get for Ja and just start over, bro. That's what Memphis has to do. There's Yang Hansen, Trick Johnson, Spider, Jason Tatum, Jokic, Yang Hansen on the first, Wardell on the finishers, Chaz Lanier, Jalen Brunson, 88 out of 150. Delia Leon, Jace Richardson, get well soon. Yeager Jimin, get well soon. He's got a legit injury. Jace Richardson just dunked off the side of the backboard. Look at that. Ask and you shall receive. There you go, Quinn. Rasheer Fleming, 8 out of 99. There's Derek Queen, D. Will, Dirk, and Tyler Hero. Yeah. And when they do the expansion, I want to see what free agents are going to be available around that time. And I would also, if I'm Seattle or Vegas right now, I'm keeping a close eye on a couple people that might be at the end of some benches that won't get that protection. Namely, one Ousmane Dieng over in Milwaukee. I mean, unless they get Giannis out of there and start to like give that kid some minutes, I'm trying to get Ousmane. I like his game a lot. Kid can hoop, bro. I want to get Ousmane Dieng and bring him to my expansion team as like one of my mains. Austin Newell, Cam Thomas, Cedric Coward, Yeager Jimin. This is 61 out of 125. Colin Murray Boyles, Colin Knipple, Chaz Lanier, 53 out of 250. Coop Flag on the refractor, Nick Clifford. An auto of Jayhawk, little Jordan Hawkins auto. Talk about a fall off. I thought Jayhawk was going to be one of them. Speaking of one of them, Jared McCain, 86 out of 150. Very good pickup for OKC. Dylan Harper, an auto of one Daniel Gaffer, the wrong Maverick, but it happened. Degaffinated. You think he needs to go somewhere else to make an impact? Zion? I mean, when he's right, he's right. When he's hooping, he's good. It just doesn't translate to any dubs. He doesn't affect any wins. But when he's 100%, he's still a pretty good player. It's just getting that 100% out of him. More top loaders. So we can continue on. Yeager Jimin. I don't know if that's necessarily true anymore. don't know if that's necessarily true anymore. He's done a good job of keeping his weight off. He might have just put too many miles on the body previously. So he still feels a little of those wear and tear issues. Yeah, they definitely need to move him, but nobody's doing it though. Nobody's taking on that. Nobody's taking on that risk. So back to the and maybe that's what you were referring to, and I just looked up at the wrong time, but back to the expansion teams. One of them would probably look at like Ja, who's, you know, very, very talented, but clearly hasn't really done anything to kind of shift the culture too much for his team, like past maybe like that first year. And then same thing with Zion. So you get guys that bring in, put cheeks in seats. You know, you get guys you can kind of make the focal point as like reclamation projects. As long as they're okay with playing for expansion teams, which I'm sure they will be because they're getting paid. But as long as they're okay for playing for expansion teams, like those are good starting points. That is a Grizzly. But I think they should look to those two. Yegor Jimin on a rare and Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr., 2 out of 15. If it's an expansion team like Seattle, in Vegas and Seattle, yes. In Vegas and Seattle, yes. Seattle's been wanting basketball back, so they're gonna come out no matter who's on the team. 72 out of 99, Trae Young, and then Vegas is Vegas. Vegas is Vegas. They can market that to make that ticket sell regardless. So in those two cities, yeah, those players put cheeks in seats. 45 out of 350. Trey Johnson, Kaman Maliwak, and Con Knipple. Especially if we're, you know, framing it a certain way. New Jersey needs to get their team back. If they're framing it as like the second chance for Ja and the second chance for Zion, if he does end up on an expansion team, he needs to be Seattle. Get him on like a pescatarian diet. Keep him out of Vegas, fam. That man don't need to go from New Orleans to Vegas. Because that's going to be bad. That's going to be bad. He going to end up getting a Lamar Odom case. Like, sit down somewhere, bro. Any Ben Sirof hits? Nah, not yet, Q. Not yet, Q. I think just an arrival that I remember. But we also have 6 more boxes. 6.5 boxes, so plenty of time. But now that you put the name in the chat, you know how the CGs work, bro. We got you. We'll send that request up. Bradley Beal, X Factor, Jordan Clarkson, Hugo Gonzalez on the arrivals. Ace Bailey, 108 out of 150 on the first. Double dipping. It's 2 cases. Broke 2 cases. Or we're breaking 2 cases. Wardell, 18 out of 250. Kasper Jonas, Brendan Roy, Maxine Reynald, by request. He was mentioned earlier. Nice auto there. Wemby, Trey Johnson strikes again, 23 out of 75. There's Shaq Diesel on refractor. Dominique Wilkins, one of my favorite young whiz kids. Keyshawn George and Terrence Shannon Jr. Keyshawn on the auto. I like Keyshawn's game. I'd play him at the 1. Trey at the 2. Bilal at the 3. Cam at the 4. Alex at the 5. Until Trae Young, Anthony Davis, just sit over there and shut up. Rough night for LeBron and VJ. We got 6 more boxes. You hang in there, champ. Hang in there. Keep the faith. Do believe. Do believe. Yeah. Yeah, we got a case of it earlier. It was Giannis. Not yet. But now that you say that, Tycho is definitely going to be there. Another Ace Bailey base. Paulo Banchero. Carl Towns on a rare. Kyle Filipowski, 6/75. Dylan Harper on the arrivals. Elijah Martin. Ace. Nolan. Cam Thomas, 87/200. Melo on the Muse. Derek Queen arrivals. Ben Seraph. There's Franz. Jalen Duran on a rare. Con Knipple, 215/250. By the time we got something numbered. Josh Hart, Derek Queen. Dennis Rodman on the Muse. And Carmelo Anthony. K-Dub. Right now, live on eBay and YouTube. You're getting your Jalen Tyson auto? Damn right you are. Damn right you are, Carlos. Ah, okay, okay. I think we do a singles night. I haven't done one in a while, actually, now I think about it. I'll run it by my guy. Thomas Sorber. Cedric Howard. Jalen Duran. Ant-Man. Cover boy. 24/125. Dylan Harper on the first. That's fire. We like that. Dylan's a problem. Look at that. I told you. Just hang in there. VJ Edgecombe, 115/200. Luka Doncic on the rare refractor. Jameer Watkins double dipping on the autos. That's his second one of the night. There's another auto coming up. There's Noah Essengay. Tyrese Proctor, 42/75. He keeps teasing the Jalen Tyson. He really does. Nolan Trior and the autograph of Cam Spencer. One of the best trash talkers in all the league. Grandmama or Sean Kemp. I don't think I've seen not one Larry Johnson in all the boxes I've opened up. Let me keep it a buck with you, fam. Sean Kemp we've seen. I've seen all those Sean Kemp. But Grandmama, have not seen yet. I was a big Larry fan back in the day. He'd be interesting to see today. It'd be interesting to see what kind of player he'd be in today's game. I wonder what his translation would be. There's some guys that didn't reach the heights that they probably should have with their ability, who would fare way better today, I think. Like below the radar guys. I think Sheed's obvious. We've had that discussion before here, where Rasheed Wallace would definitely be way better today than he was in his time. Way more useful. Larry will probably be better today. We've had that discussion. But like somebody like Jamal Mashburn will probably be really good today. 6'7", about 230, 225, something like that. Had the jump shot to put the ball on the floor. Jamal was a dog. I like Monster Man. He was bouncy. He'd be a good player today. Need a Jaeger auto. Yang Hansen on the rare. Noah Essengay, Wardell, Elton Brand on the Muse. Murray Boyles, Con Knipple. Slim Duncan, 34 out of 250 on the Evan Mobley. The Muse with Dirk. Dirk today would be kind of filthy as well. Brandon Miller, 120 out of 150. Cam Johnson, Micah Peavy, De'Aaron Fox. What is this? Jaime Jaquez Jr., 23 out of 50 on the auto. Gold Gang. Spud Webb was your guy. Yeah, Spud's in there. Muggsy, Spud. Play the game with passion. You couldn't play it no other way. You had to play with passion. You definitely got to want it if you're 5'7". You have to play with some passion at 5'7". You better play more hard than anybody else on that floor. Knock your low ass down. Carter Bryant, Jeremiah Fears, Jonathan Kuminga's figured it out in ATL. He might get MIP next year. Trey Johnson, Paul Pierce on the Muse, Drake Powell, 78 out of 150. Walter Clayton Jr., Spider, 24 out of 99. Khalil Ware on the silver. Elijah Martin. Kaman Marowak, 29 out of 50. Gold Gang on the auto. So I think we just double dipped on Kaman as well. Jaylen Brown on a rare. Noah Penda, 52 out of 150. Nick Vooch, Con Knipple on the arrivals. Adu the Arrow on the first. And Zach LaVine. He might be another one that what I think about Wemby. Do I think he's the one? Yeah, I do. I called it. I've been calling it since his rookie year that by the time that young man is 25, he'll be the best player on the planet. And I don't think it's going to be close. We're 3 years away from that. He might be ahead of the curve. Eddie Jones is another one that was really good for his time, who I think would be pretty good today as well. Let's spray his knees. Hold up. I mean, he's been healthy. They don't like, he's had freak injuries. A blood clot ain't something you can really do too much about. Like, you know, that's what put him out. He does his flexibility stuff. I think he'll be fine. I think the durability is fine. They've learned to play without him, which I think was kind of more strategic. Like, he doesn't have to play a ton of minutes. They've been able to keep him healthy in time for the playoffs. He's at what? He's still under 30 minutes a game, right? Doing the stuff he's doing. So they'll ramp that up in the playoffs. He'll get more minutes. We'll get to see him in a slower, more half-court type game to where they just funnel stuff to him defensively. He should show out. I think that's why the Spurs have a pretty solid chance, because there's not much you can do on that side. Yeah, Yao Ming was way heavier. Sean Bradley. I don't think any of them went through the type of regimen that Wemby puts himself through to prevent that kind of stuff. 154 out of 200 for Jalen Suggs. Like, I know that's been the thing in the past, and we've seen that with a lot of players from yesteryear. Spider, 5 out of 35. But if you watch his offseason regimen, he does a lot of stretching, a lot of flexibility and stuff. I mean, we've seen Wemby roll his entire ankle and be fine a few minutes later. Like badly rolled. 47 out of 49. Jamal Murray, Cedric Coward, Clyde Drexler, Asa Newell, and Peyton Pritchard. Obviously, only time will tell. So yeah, we can put the caveat in there. You know, if he's healthy, we can throw that in there. But yeah, so we'll say that if you like to put it in that context. If he's healthy, yes, Wemby is going to be in those ATG combos. I don't have any doubt about that. Kid's that good, and he's still learning. Like, there's still mistakes he makes on defense that he just physically is so gifted that he can recover. That's what I'm saying. Like, we'll find a way around. We'll be fine. He'll be fine. But there's stuff out there, like, you still see the kid get lost. You know, there's some physical stuff that he still needs to put some rocks in his pocket, put some more weight on, some more positive weight, kind of anchor him down a little bit. Like, there's still stuff to work on with his game. He needs to feel a little more comfortable in that post, believing in the midi. Yeah, and that's another name. Like, that's who he is. Sean I. Broom, Walter Clayton Jr., 19 out of 25. Derek Queen, Dylan Harper, Amin Thompson, like him, 79 out of 350. Silver LaMelo, Kamal Maluwak on the arrivals. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Say his name and he appears. We believe in Spud Webb. That's crazy. Spud Webb on the auto. He's in a sec. There's your proof. There is your proof. Jaren Jackson Jr., 179 out of 250. DeJounte Murray, Danny Wolf, Anthony Black double dipping on the autos, and the caulk blocker, Ryan Kalkbrenner. LaMelo, got you. Say less. But yeah, Wemby's going to be that. Wemby's going to be one of them. 3 more years. Clear separation between him at number 1 and whoever the hell is at number 2. And that's with the league being more talented than it's ever been from top to bottom. That's plausible. That is a plausible statement, sir. Just type out defense. Just type it all the way out. That was wild. That was crazy. What's up, Mr. Chow? My man typed out offense, no problem. And then just alright. I'll leave it alone. Why you get lazy on the other end of the floor, bro? He typed out offense, it was fine, no problem. It was like, and then will be the best ever. It's crazy. Yo. Wild. All right. Next set of packs. Stephon Castle. These look like bold printed. Jason Tatum, Mark Williams on the silver. Cooper Flagg on the arrivals. Joan Behringer, 11 out of 150 on the first. Colin Murray Boyles, Colin Knipple, Alex Sarr, Nolan Trayor on a rare. Back-to-back Trayors. Nick Vooch, 177 out of 200. VJ on the finishers. Nick Clifford on the arrivals. Niederhauser. Derek Queen. K Buckets. Spicy P, 245 out of 250. Caulk blocker on the first. Tyler Smith. Milwaukee Bucks auto. 95 out of 99. Just random rookie. Random rookie. Ty Kolik. Yep, we still got to do that. We still have to do that. I want to say yeah. I don't remember of who, but I want to say yeah. I feel like it might have been Coop, actually. We got to get Tycho. Trey Johnson, Roosh, Ant-Man, Wardell, Paulo, Walter Clayton Jr. Go Gang, 23 out of 50. That's Walter Clayton here. Diero, Dame, Jaden Ivey, Jason Kidd, Rasheer Fleming on the auto by request. Dylan Harper, JT on the rare, Matas Buzelis, Lil Boozy Vert, Cade Cunningham, Get Well's Tomb, 274 out of 350. Cedric Howard, and there is our second caser, Jalen Brunson. Giannis in case 1, Brunson in case 2. Nice pulse. 2 boxes left. 2 boxes left. 2 boxes left. LeBron, anything would be cool. You are correct, sir. LeBron, anything would be cool. We got 12 packs left. Let's see what we can make happen in those final 12 packs. There's LeBron base. You did say anything. You did indeed say anything. All right, Claytavius Thompson, Idris, Trae Young, Jokic on the rare, Benny Matt, JoJo, Admiral, Cam Jones, Luka, Anthony Davis, 11 out of 250, Asur Thompson, Khan on the first, Rasheer Fleming on the first X Fractor, little base Braun, rare Dylan Harper, Nick Jokic, 113 out of 150 on the Big Joker. Jules, Joe Johnson, Yang Hansen, and Kobe White. He got traded, right? Hornets, that's what I thought. It's actually not a bad bit of scenery. For who? Who was it he got traded for? Yeah, hometown kid. Nor Kakalaki. Former Tar Heel. He was so happy when Cam Johnson got drafted. DeJounte Murray. Steph Castle, Noah Pinda. Carter Bryant, 148 out of 150 on the first. Ever pulled an aura? Probably. Zero Fears on a numbered hit. 102 out of 250 for the Jeremiah Fears. We got LeBron on a refractor. Ben Saraf. Roberto Ori. 16 out of 25 on the auto. Big Shot Bob. Go gang! 44 out of 50. Wardell. Drake Powell on a refractor. Jeremiah Fears, our second Cam Whitmore auto, and Paulo Banchero. One box left. Got a nice Wardell out the way. Mr. Zero Fears, he's had a really solid rookie year. The PG of the future. Him. I like him. I like Trey. Derek Queen. See what you can get for Zion. Good luck with that. Don't think there's going to be a ton of takers. Might have to try to flip him for a pick from Seattle or Vegas when that time comes. All right, last box. Oh, the break. And then we'll jump into our no cap recap and send you fine folks on your way to enjoy the rest of your weekend. We do have a 3-box break of baseball coming up. Right after this one, we'll shut this live down, start up a new one. And I got Chris will be with you for that break. Our baseball aficionado. He's somewhat of an expert. Actually, all the what's of an expert. Jaylen Brown, 160 out of 350. Joker, Coop Flag on the first. Finishers of Jalen Brunson, Will Riley. A Will Riley sighting. Ty Maxey, 20 out of 75. You'll never get a jersey match card for him because he wears 0. I don't know, maybe like a frozen for no, that's negative. So no, you'll never get a jersey match for Ty Maxey. Great Barrier Thief, Dyson Daniels, 137 out of 150. Derek Queen, Chris Bosh, get well soon. John Stockton, and Jalen Brunson. We need a Marta. Little Boozy Vert. Jaylen Brown's what now? 3rd in MVP? Not a cage down. Or do you have, or is Wemby ahead of Jaylen for you guys? Trying to find these Coop Flag New Balances somewhere. No problem, DJ. That's what we do here. We talk about the whatever we're breaking, the sport we're breaking. Our baseball would be similar. X Factor Rare of Ant-Man. But yeah, no, I love talking hoops. I can talk hoops all day. Old school, new school, however you want to take the conversation. Concanipple. Yang Hansen, a little second buzzer beater here, 70 out of 150. And Davis, Cedric Coward, Dennis Rodman, the Worm, 10 out of 99 on the auto. There's D Wade, Derek Queen, Dylan Harper, Donovan Mitchell, 112 out of 150. Ugo Gonzalez on the silver. Giannis finishers, Yannick Konet, Niederhauser on the auto. and Brooks Barnheiser. Damn it, man. All right. No cap recap coming up. No problem, steady. Anytime, anytime. That's what we're here to do. All right. Set these over here. No cap recap starting right now. We'll go over our hits to 350. Jaylen Brown, Cade Cunningham, Amin Thompson, Kyle Filipowski, Brandon Miller, Walter Clayton Jr., Derek Queen, Nick Claxton, Carter Bryant, Cedric Howard, and Kevin Durant. Our hits to 250. Jeremiah Fears, Anthony Davis, Pascal Siakam, Jaren Jackson Jr., Evan Mobley, Stephen Curry, Chaz Lanier, Trey Johnson, Tyrese Proctor, Luka Doncic, Reed Shepard, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jason Tatum, Joan Behringer, and Kyrie Irving. Our hits to 200. Nikola Vucevic, Jalen Suggs, VJ Edgecombe, Cam Thomas, Derek White, Malik Monk, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Darius Garland. 215 Cerro, Yang Hansen, Donovan Mitchell, Dyson Daniels, Carter Bryant on the first, Nikola Jokic, Joan Behringer on the first, Drake Powell, Arrivals, Noah Pinda, Brandon Miller, a first of Ace Bailey, Jared McCain, Jalen Brunson, Muse of Grant Hill, Trey Young, Colin Murray Boyles, Jalen Brunson, and Russell Westbrook. To 125, just a couple hits. Dylan Harper on the first, and Yegor Jimin on the Arrivals. Our hits to, actually we're doing non-numbered autos. Non-numbered autos are as follows: Yannick Conan Niederhauser, Cam Whitmore, Rasheer Fleming, Spud Webb, Anthony Black, Jameer Watkins, Cam Spencer, Keyshawn George, Maxine Renault, Jordan Hawkins, Daniel Gafford, Cam Whitmore, Johnny Furpey, Jameer Watkins, Ace Bailey, Austin Newell, Anthony Black, Kaman Maluwak, Dan Issel, and Elijah Martin. Our hits to 99. Dennis Rodman on the auto, Tyler Smith on the auto, Donovan Mitchell, Trey Young, Rasheer Fleming, Carmelo Anthony Muse, Rip Hamilton on the Muse, Khalil Ware on the auto, Shaden Sharp, Tyler Hero auto, Dylan Harper, Mark Williams, Duncan Robinson auto. If this was a team break, that's a lot of Heat autos in here. Nolan Trier on the first, Quentin Post on the auto, Chet Holmgren, Rasheer Fleming on the first, and Derek Queen on the auto. Hits to 75, Tyrese Maxey, Tyrese Proctor, Kyle Filipowski, Trey Johnson, Mark Williams, Trey Johnson on the die cut first, and Dirk Nowitzki. Our gold game hits to 50, Stephen Curry, Walter Clayton Jr., Kaman Maluwak on the auto, Jaime Jaquez Jr. on the auto, Scoot Henderson, and Zachary Risachet. It ain't over for you, Zach. Hang in there, kid. 249, Jamal Murray and Alex Sarr. Our lone hit to 35 was Donovan Mitchell. Our hits to 25, Robert Horry on the auto, Walter Clayton Jr. Arrivals, RJ Barrett, Cedric Howard, Larry Markkinen, and Ray Allen on the auto. Lone hit to 20, Alperen Sengun. Lone hit to 15, Jaren Jackson Jr. Our case hits on the post, Jalen Brunson and Giannis Antetokounmpo. And our lowest numbered hit of the break, Noah Essengay on the auto, 9 out of 10. For our Coop and Con watch. For Con, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 refractor, 6, 7 at rare. So we got 8 base, inserts, first, arrivals, another first, and another first X Factor, and our number hit to 250. And then for Young Coupe, 1, 2, there's a refractor, 4, 5, 6 base, first insert, arrivals insert, X Factor on the finishers, another first insert, and a number hit on the arrivals. 4 out of 25 on the Cooper flag. All right, that's nice. That's our break. Thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate the convo. See you guys next time around. Have a good evening.